Hello everyone, in this video we're going to find the upper level where the ATC reaches its minimum value. This is going to be a big question. Here we have the total cost function of a firm, and that's the only information that we're going to need. Right, to solve this question, first let's look at a graph. This is a generic ATC curve, and that's an MC curve. Where is the minimum of the ATC curve? Where the MC crosses the ATC curve. Why? Because when the ATC is above MC, the ATC is decreasing. On the right hand side of ATC, this intersection, ATC is increasing. Therefore, this intersection must be the lowest point of the ATC. That's what I mean by using the average marginal rule, or in other words, we must use the condition that MC equal to ATC to find the lowest point of the ATC curve. Right? So all we need to do is to set ATC equal to MC. Then the first step is to find ATC and MC. By find, I mean to write down their expressions, not to find their exact values. Let's look at the ATC. Given the total cost function, the ATC at Q is equal to total cost divided by Q. This should be Q, no braces. So that's the ATC. Okay, that's the ATC. We don't know the exact value. At this point, we don't know the exact value of ATC. That's fine. Now let's look at MC. Given Q, the MC is, well, here I skipped some steps. It should be the change in the total cost divided by the change in Q. If we apply the formula, it's 2 times 2Q plus the coefficient of Q7 here. Refer to your lecture notes. Anyway, it's 2 times 2Q plus 7. And we don't know the MC at Q either, but that's fine, because our task is to pin down Q. Okay. Now the minimum ATC is where ATC equal to MC. Let's look at this graph again, just to remind ourselves. That's the point. That's the point where ATC reaches its minimum. That's where MC is equal to ATC. So that's why we're using this condition. Let's set them equal to each other. Okay, and let's do a little bit of manipulation. We have 4Q here, 2 times 2Q, it becomes 4Q here. Let's solve this equation. How do we solve this equation? Well, let's multiply both sides by Q. So we have 2Q squared plus 7Q plus 85 here. And then now on the right hand side, it becomes 4Q plus 7 times Q. That becomes 4Q squared plus 7Q. If this is a little bit difficult for you, write it down in your scratch paper and try it yourself. Anyway, we can go from here to here. Now, well, here I'm acting like a math teacher for you. So let's solve this equation. Let's subtract 7Q from both sides of this equation, and we're going to have 2Q squared plus 85 equal to 4Q squared. That's from here. Let's subtract 2Q squared from both sides. By the way, if you are tired of my explanation, you can just jump to solve this equation yourself. Anyway, let's go back here. Let's subtract 2Q squared from both sides. We have 4Q squared minus 4Q squared. Now remember, some students will make mistakes here. How do we do that? Well, let's factor Q squared out. We have 4 minus 2 here, and that gives us 2. Many students will make some mistakes here, so read this part carefully. How do we subtract 2q squared from 4q squared? We do it like this. We factor q squared out, and we get 2q squared here. And let's divide both sides by 2. Okay, q squared is equal to 85 over 2. I don't know what that is, but if you use your calculator to calculate the square root of this this number, it gives you 6.52 approximately. So at this point 6.52. I remember this graph is just for illustration, it's not accurate. When q is equal to 6.52, ATC reaches its lowest point. That's our answer. That's all for this question.